Yeah, like if I didn't go to my appointment on Saturday, it would be neglectful, and if I made an appointment, I had to go. I don't like to be late or stand somebody up, so that's where the problem came up, and I wasn't neglectful. The negligence was fully necessary and not avoidable. His choice was free, for he was lax and acts of wrong. And from this came wrongdoing negligence. He's like a drunk who sins, then makes the claim. I lost my wits, so I'm excused from blame. But he is told, you caused it. It's on you. Yeah, people have to realize that they cause their own problems a lot of times. And, yeah, you should at least not generate your own. Don't make up problems.
Who's that?
Yeah, you caused it. It's on you. You lost your willpower with the things you do.
Who's that?
Your will
Yeah,
did not leave.
I'll probably go over to YMCA and try to find him sometime. I have to go dig him out. I don't know where he is.
You gotta develop some
willpower.
Stop doing all this bad stuff. Use your willpower to be good. If drunkenness came outside your control, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to do vape to like have to smoke cigarettes and stuff. It's just, it would be from the sake of the soul. He would have backed you and he would have said, I am a slave of God's true drunk instead. All of forgiveness one finds in this sphere is one mott of yours, from which all appear. They are singing praise of your forgiveness. People beware that this one truly has no equal. Yeah, this podcast really has no equal. So I don't think that you'll find anything as good. So. Yeah, probably not. You won't find anything. So grant them their lives, don't banish them, for they desire fulfillers. Want you, let them stay. Be merciful on those who have seen your face. How can the veteran excel from your place? You talk of separation. You can do what you wish, but not that I beg of you. A million bitter, sixfold deaths hurt less than exile from your face in terms of stress. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be exiled from the darshan of the living master. It would be pretty bad. A million bitter, sixfold deaths are less than exile from your face in terms of stress. Keep exile's bitterness from men and women. Sinners appeal to you for help, so listen. Yeah, I don't know. I sometimes appeal or I give great prayer or thanks. And I keep thinking that God should listen. I don't know. I keep asking him to listen. He should listen. Why doesn't he listen? Does he listen to your podcast? Or what do you want him to listen to? Your prayers or your podcast? Sinners appeal to you for help. So listen to this podcast, or God listen to our prayers, or I'll just keep repeating them until you do. Okay. Death sweet in hope of union with you. Yes. Yeah, I'm not interested in resurrection after death. I'm interested in resurrection prior to death. So he should listen to me. In meditation. Oh, so it's not sweet after death? No. Death sweet in hope of union with you, yes. While worse than fire is exile's bitterness among the flames, the infidel will say, what pain would I have if he'd looked my way? because that glance can make all pains taste sweet. Yeah, so a glance of the Master, a glance of grace is worth more than all the herbs in the world. It's worth a lot. But that glance can make all pains taste sweet. Yeah, well, if I had a pain and I had a glance, I guess it would be sweet. So, the blood price for magicians' hands and feet. Exegesis of the words of Pharaoh's magicians when they were punished. There's no harm for us. We are heading to our Lord. Yeah, we're heading out. I mean, I'm going to head out. Head to the Lord. Maybe I'll find the heavens heard, there's no harm. Yeah, there's no harm in me doing this podcast, and the heavens can hear it, and they don't isn't necessarily harmful.
I've been doing exercising here because
the heavens heard,
my elbow's
harm.
been
So
I'm not playing like every day.
Yeah.
I still play with those. The appointments,
You're shut now. It's got a little bit trickier.
I'm just doing diversified exercise.
All right.
If you should learn our secret or deceive you free us from the pain and the pain. Blind-hearted leader, beware, come to the side and hear one say, would that my people move for once today? Giving us leadership different to your own transient fellowship. Look up at the grand living realm a while, you who are stunned by Egypt and the Nile. Yeah, I can't say that I'm stunned by Egypt and the Nile because I haven't been there yet. Yeah, when are you going to Egypt? I know there's war in Israel, and can you still go to Egypt? Yeah. Well, who was the person who said they weren't even flying anymore because of, was it because of the problem with Hamas and all that stuff? Yeah, who was that? Abandon now the sturdy cloak, and you can drain that Nile in the pure soul's Nile too. Beware, O Pharaoh, and let go of Egypt, or scores of Egypts are in the spirit's Egypt. So there's a lot of Egypts in the spirit's Egypt. You say, I am Lord to your subjects, though. What this word means is something you don't know. Yeah, what this podcast means is something you don't know. What this word means. I am Lord. Nobody... What's it mean? I am Lord to subjects, though. What this word means is something you don't know. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what I am Lord means. What? How come I don't know it? Well, Rumi says you don't know it. You must not. Okay. Would that my people know I am Lord. Quran 76:24. So I do know it. It's from Quran 76:24. It says, I am Lord. Where Pharaoh is said to have claimed this title. Yeah, Pharaoh said to claim it. So you say, I am Lord to your subjects. Though what this word means is something you don't know. How can lords tremble at what they control? Or I be slave to body and to soul? We are the real I, free from that false I. The latter suffers grief as days pass by. That I meant bad luck for you, while ours meant for us good fortune that was heaven sent. If you had not had this mean I, then Would good fortune have arrived, which is so good? Question mark. In thanks for fleeing temporarily, upon the gallows we advise for free. The gallows are your journey's baraka, and your realms delusionary, wouldn't you understand? Remember that guy Borak? Who is that comedian from Uzbekistan? What's a Borak? Who is Borak? Journeys Borak. What is that? Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Borak, this is the name of the Prophet Muhammad's fabulous winged steed for his night journey from Mecca to Jerusalem. So that's Borak, his fabulous steed. The gallows are the journey's Borak, and your realm's delusionary when you understand this is our life. In death's form is concealed. Yours, death, which is the husk of life, is sealed. Light seems a fire, and fire light. Here's confusion. That's why it's called the world of mere illusion. Yeah, the problem is even the master darshan is saying that the world is mere illusion. Oh no. How could you live that way when everything is illusion? Beware, don't rush. Well, he says, at least beware. When I go to the tennis court, I'm gonna beware, be careful driving, and don't rush. So I'm gonna leave kind of early and don't rush. Become not first, and then become not first means meditate first. Become not and achieve a state of annihilation of the self in meditation. Beware, don't rush, become not first, and then on setting, rise up from the east again. And then when I go east to the tennis court, I could rise up again. The heart was stunned by the eternal eye, but this eye is a frigid, shameful eye. Yeah, my ego is myself, my little self, is that's not annihilated in meditation, is a frigid, shameful eye. Through that eye, without self, soul feels so glad. They have left this world's eye as if something bad. They flee this eye, become an eye that's true. Bravo to that eye, it blocks suffering too. As it flees, selfhood races after it. So, as I flee, the selfhood races after it. Once it sees it has no self left in it. If you seek it, it won't seek you just yet. It seeks you when you die, though, so don't fret. So it's seeking you, I guess. Instead of me seeking after God, I'm going to just do meditation and let God seek after me. It seeks you when you die, though, so don't fret. You are alive. Corpse washers can't wash you. You still seek what you seek, can't now seek you. If intellect could solve such mysteries, Razi would have the mystic expertise. Yeah, if I could solve the mysteries, if my intellect could, I would have mystic expertise. Yeah, if I actually took tennis lessons, I might have some expertise instead of being just kind of a screwed up player. And yeah, are you gonna win today? If an art could solve such mysteries, Razi would have the mystic's expertise. Yeah, If I go on time and don't rush, I could get there, maybe warm up, and show someone or two on the tennis court.
Bingo! Bingo!
I'm prepared, scatterbrained, disorganized.
Bingo!
Razi's expertise. This refers to rock barak. Alden Razi died 1210, a polymath, known especially for his intellectual prowess and using AI and ChatGPT. His intellectual prowess in rationalist philosophy and scholastic theology. Oh, so I thought you had some skills with ChatGPT. He was one who did not taste it to know. His intellect's confusion would just grow. This I can't be unveiled by contemplation. It's just unveiled through self-annihilation. This intellect's confusion would just grow. This I can't be unveiled by contemplation. It's just unveiled through self-annihilation. Intellects fall in their failed quest for it. In incarnation and commingling's pit. Commingling's pit. Yeah, if you commingle like things, like commingling is a pit. So don't commingle. Incarnation and commingling pit. Incarnation and commingling here are translations for the technical terms Holu and Etahada in Arabic and Persian, and they represent the entry of God into the human being and union with God through a kind of fusion rather than self-annihilation, and have been considered erroneous by most Sufi theoreticians. Hallaj was accused of incarnationism. Incarnation and incommingling's pit. Arise, through nearness you have passed away, just like a star in sunlight of the day. Like semen, you are transmuted bodily, not duped by incarnation's heresy. Forgive you, in whose coffer is forgiveness, whose mercy is the foremost in its kindness. Yet who am I to say forgive and plead? To you, the Sultan of the Order be. Who am I to exist when you are around? Yeah, who am I anyways to even do this podcast? So, you in whose eye all eyes of ours are found. Yeah, that's a good question. Well, okay. Then you better get going. So it is time to go. So I'll see you later. Yeah, why should I beg forgiveness for this podcast? I don't need to self-abase myself if I happen to know the majesty of that king. So, if I know God better than you, then why should I? Why should I abase myself? Aya sees himself as a foreigner while intervening and begs forgiveness for this podcast. He sees himself as doing wrong by begging forgiveness. This self-abasement comes from recognition of the majesty of the king. For the forever I know God better than you. I fear him more than you. So, yeah, and I fear God more than you do. So, why should I self-abase myself? God said, only God's servants with knowledge really fear him. Yeah, only people who really know actually fear him are certain that he exists and have experiences, mystical experiences of the beyond. They don't actually fear him because they don't actually I suppose that makes sense. How can I make the angry merciful? Said, or teach. Yeah, how can I make angry? They're angry right now in Israel for what happened. You can't make them merciful because, yeah, and how are you going to do it? How can I make the angry merciful? I said, or teach being affable. I now deserve 1,000,000 slaps, it's true. Yeah, people could argue that I deserve 1,000,000 slaps.
Come on! Pow!
I slapped 1,000,000 times. What? You were? Yeah. I've been slapped. You were slapped 1,000,000 times? I now deserve 1,000,000 slaps. It's true. Well, that's self-abasement. If I'm subjected to this slaps by you. But yeah, and what good is that, though? What good is it done? What can I say before you? Am I free to now remind of generosity? What is not known to you? Nothing at all. Where can I find a thing you don't forget? You are free from ignorance. Lose knowledge. Forgetfulness can hide things from or damage. You deem to nobody as somebody. Yeah, in some ways, I'm deeming myself a nobody when I am nobody who's trying to become a somebody. With light, you've made him sunlight, totally. Please listen, since you've made me somebody in this podcast. Alright, so please listen to this podcast since he made me somebody. Since you made me somebody, when I beg you for generosity. Yeah, it's just generous to give your time to listen and stuff. Since you removed me from the form that held me, intercession as you're doing really. And since this home's been emptied of its I, yeah, and since there's no I in this podcast, and since it's a poem within the poems of annihilation, and since this home site of this podcast has been emptied of its I, and since this home's been emptied of an I, nothing that's here belongs to me. Yeah, and I'm not really claiming that this material belongs to me and stuff. I didn't claim I even lived. So, there's nobody to even be self-abased. Yeah. Since you removed me from the form that held me, and since I've been removed from the form that held me, my soul's been free to live beyond. Since you removed me from the form that held me, the demonstration was your doing, really. And since this home's been emptied of its I, nothing that's here belongs to me, that's why. Well, if nothing belongs to you, then what are you doing? You made my prayer like water that flows by. That's funny how they're talking about like a Doge in the sun guy. Dogen's a famous sun monk. Come on. He's one of the founders of San Peter. Okay. But Dogen was saying he's like a cloud or something. Or the water flowing by. I don't know. There's a poem. He's actually a poet. So. He's like water that flows by. Yeah, he himself is like water that flows by. You made my prayer like that. Please now accept it and give a reply. Yeah, the funny thing is this podcast I'm asking that God accept it and give a reply. Yeah, he could at least reply. Or somebody could reply to this podcast. You brought about this prayer in the first instance, and finally you were the hope for acceptance.
Bingo!
Yeah, I was trying to create like a prayer wheel with this automatic prayers. I guess you could generate. With AI, we could start generating automatic prayers. Continuous prayers. What? Is that gonna work? Yeah, what are they gonna say? Yeah. Well, yeah, your wife's practically already praying all the time, so why don't she just do it? Okay. She could do it on my behalf. You brought about this prayer in the first instance, and